silent, move silent, move silent. Keep it dark, keep it dark. Leave no trace, leave no trace, and leave no mark. Move silent, move silent, keep it dark, keep it dark. Leave no trace and leave no mark. Leave no mark, leave no mark. Yeah, let's ride. Let's ride. Yeah, yeah. Window roll down, catching the midnight breeze. Only time my mind is somewhat at ease. Memories of the dirt where the flowers won't grow. Now I'm planting my seeds in the concrete snow. Got a pocket full of grit in the mind like a vault. If you slip in this game, it is your own fault. I don't ride with the hype, I don't chase the trend. I just stack my chips right through to the end. Seen the bright lights, blind the sharpest of minds. Leave the weak ones lost in the daily grinds. Ain't no time for the slipping, gotta tie the boots. Taken from the branches, but I nurture the roots. Stay smooth. Move silent. Leave no trace, leave no mark. Leave no trace, leave no mark. Black tint, don't flinch, black tint. Moving through the shadows like a silhouette print. Black tint, don't flinch, black tint. Leave no trace behind, just a cold footprint. Stopped at the red light, looking left and right. Ain't no friendly faces out in the dead of night. Everybody gotta hustle, everybody gotta scheme. I'm just trying to wake up from this American dream. Built a wall around my trust, locked it with the key. Only me, myself, and I in this trinity. When the rain hits the glass, it sounds like a drum, reminding me of all the battles that I overcame and won. I don't need a pat on the back or a shiny plaque. I just need my rear view clear. Keep them off my back through the smoke in the mirrors. I see the truth. I'm a veteran of the block, still keeping my youth. Stay smooth. Move solid. Leave no trace and leave no mark. Leave no trace and leave no mark. Black tint, don't flinch, black tint. Moving through the shadows like a silhouette print. Black tint, don't flinch, black tint. Leave no trace behind, just a cold footprint. I take the long way home just to clear my head, remembering the words that my old man said. Keep your head on the swivel and your heart on ice. In this game of life and death, ain't no rolling twice. Black tint, don't flinch, black tint. Moving through the shadows like a silhouette print. Black tint, don't flinch, black tint. Leave no trace behind. Just a cold footprint. Yeah. Move silent.
Faking the absolute underground truth. Hype man. Break the loop. Break. Beating the absolute underground truth. My fingers are dusty from digging deep in the crate, searching for historical, magical, musical fate. I'm looking for a forgotten, unappreciated soul to capture the rhythm and make my broken spirit whole. I find an old jazz record covered entirely in grime, a beautifully frozen, isolated moment in time. I wipe off the surface, place the needle upon the groove, and listen to how the legendary ancestors used to move. I sample the melancholy, deeply beautiful horn, and suddenly a brand new classic street anthem is born. The MPC pads are fading and heavily worn out from chopping the silence to amplify the vocal shout of the forgotten musicians who never received their due. I'm executing the mission, presenting a brand new view, bringing the past directly into the turbulent present day, dictating exactly how the underground culture will play. Dig the quick, flip the loop, beating the absolute underground truth. Take the crank, flip the loop, feeding the absolute underground truth. The industry industry relies heavily on the digital synth, but I am exploring the musical endless labyrinth. I want the imperfection, I want the raw vinyl pop, I want the unpredictable, heavy and beautiful drop. It gives the instrumental a deeply humanized soul, a magnificent, undeniable, and absolute control. You can't program the historical, generational pain that washes over the rhythm just like the summer rain. I'm preserving the history, acting as a faithful guard, working exceptionally, passionately, incredibly hard to keep the foundation intact and beautifully pure. A heavily concentrated musical and magical cure. The true underground producer intuitively knows that beauty resides strictly inside the grittiest lows. The dirt and the grime is the ultimate holy grail, ensuring the underground aesthetic will always prevail. Beating the absolute underground truth. Beating the absolute underground truth. I loop the bass line tight, illuminating the night, executing the vision perfectly, exceptionally right. The rapper steps confidently into the recording booth, delivering the absolute, unadulterated street truth. The synergy is perfect, a monumental project, earning the maximum, undeniable, absolute respect. We don't care about the massive, superficial commercial sales. We successfully navigating the underground hidden trails. The vinyl is spinning flawlessly on the heavy steel wheel, providing the authentic, traditional, and raw feel. The crates are explored, the hidden treasures are fully restored, providing the ultimate, undeniable underground reward. Dig the crate, flip the loop, feeding the absolute underground truth. Get the brick, dig the crate, flip the loop, feeding the absolute underground truth.
I got everything I ever wanted. So why do I feel so damn empty?
I don't even recognize the man looking back at me.
Look at the kid in the mirror, heavily shining with the gold, living a lifestyle that is beautifully, dangerously bold. I got the city in my palm, the rivals are terrified. My deeply inflated ego is heavily, completely satisfied. I roll through the avenue in the heavily tinted bands, surrounded by a heavily loyal circle of the friends. We popping the bottle, celebrating the massive wealth, ignoring the damage to our deeply psychological health. I thought the respect was measured by the fear in their eyes, believing the deeply superficial in the fabricated lies. I pushed my family away, said I had to grind alone, building a heavily fortified and an isolated throne. I was invincible, untouched by the universal law, ignorant to the incredibly massive, fatal character flaw.
Time is the undefeated champion. It takes the gold and leaves you with the rust.
Stare in the mirror, what do you see? The ghost of the boy that you used to be. The money is loud, but the silence is deep. A heavily devastating promise that you couldn't keep. Yeah. Face yourself. Yeah. Face yourself. Now I'm looking at the mirror 20 heavily decades late, suffering the consequences of the deeply isolated fate. The gold chains are heavy, but they feel like a metal noose. The deeply psychological demons are heavily running loose. The friends that I had are either buried or in a cell, leaving me to navigate this deeply lonely, luxurious hell. The scars on my face are a deeply permanent reminder of a deeply violent past that is heavily left behind. Or I traded my holy soul for a heavily temporary shine, crossing an incredibly irreversible and a dangerous line. If I could talk to the boy that I heavily used to be, I would tell him to deeply and profoundly break free from the illusion of the street, the heavily fabricated power before the incredibly devastating
And the final hour.
Stare in the mirror, what do you see? the ghost of the boy that you used to be. The money is loud, but the silence is deep. A heavily devastating promise that you couldn't keep.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Face yourself. Yeah, 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 yeah. Face yourself. This is it. The last run. Once I hand this bag over, I'm out of the game forever. Keep your eyes on the road.
Goodbye. Yeah. The final destination is a warehouse on the east, delivering the meal to a never-ending beast. Got $1 million in the trunk, neatly packed inside the bags. Navigating through the city with the territorial flag. Sweat is dripping down, gripping on the steering wheel, trying to suppress the paranoia that I feel. I've been in this game for 20 devastating years, drowning in the ocean made of blood and bitter tears. I lost a lot of brothers, watched them fade into the black. I'm executing the plan and I ain't never looking back. I pull up to the spot, flash the headlights twice, paying off the ultimate and heavy sacrifice. The heavy metal door slowly opening wide. I take a deep breath and I roll the car inside. The boss looking at me with a suspicious type of glare. I hand him the bag, put it right up on the chair.
It's all there. Every penny I'm done. Don't ever call me again.
I step out the building, the rain finally stops. No more looking over my shoulder for the cops. The weight of the world is lifted entirely off my back. I'm stepping completely off the designated track. The sunrise is breaking right across the city skyline. I'm finally stepping over the invisible dividing line. No more carrying a weapon everywhere I go. No more moving weight in the middle of the snow. I traded the empire for a quiet peace of mind, leaving all the violence and the ignorance behind. I'm driving down the highway, pushing 85 for the very first time. I feel completely alive. I beat the statistics, I shattered the glass ceiling, embracing the beautiful and solitary feeling. I'm heading for the coast, leaving the concrete jungle, where the kings in the palms persistently fumble. I bought back my soul from the devil at the cross. I am the ultimate and undisputed boss. The chapter is closed, the book is thrown in the fire. I have elevated completely higher.
They said nobody retires from the streets. I just rewrote the rules.
Roll the window down. Smell that ocean breeze. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
They put us in separate interrogation rooms. Thought we would fold and turn on each other. They don't know the cloth we cut from. They can lock the physical body in the heavy steel, but they can never unlock the loyalty that I feel.
Drop the bass. Let the drums talk. Let the drums talk. Let the drums talk. I got a fortified impenetrable mental vault, protecting my brothers from the legal assault. We committed the undocumented heavy sins, whether chaotic,
urban survival begins. We buried the incriminating heavy tool in the muddy and shallow isolated pool. We made an unspoken absolute vow, sweating the historical terrified brow. They put me in the secured interrogation room, trying to orchestrate the historical doom. The feds offering magnificent tempting deals, trying to break the magnificent holy seals. I looked the detective right in the eye and fed him an impenetrable solid lie. My lips are permanently heavily sewn shut, trusting the intuition living inside the gut. Swallow the key, bury the lie, keeping the hidden secrets until I die. No interrogations, no federal deal. We operating heavily on the absolute reals.
Yeah, sealed tight. They offered me 5 years if I gave them your name. I told them I didn't speak English, talk to them, bro.
They froze the accumulated heavy accounts, trying to squeeze the historical amounts. They threaten my innocent family tree, trying to manipulate and terrify me. But the brotherhood is a holy, unshakable oath, protecting the magnificent generational growth. I'd rather sit in the dark, isolated cell, enduring the psychological heavy hell than to ever heavily snitch and fold and leave my brother out in the freezing cold. The superficial ones quickly break down, losing the underground heavy crown. But the underground is a totally different breed, operating off a magnificent silent creed. I'm swallowing the absolute heavy key to guarantee that my brother is perfectly free.
The vault is incredibly, permanently tight.
Navigating the historical, terrifying night.
We left absolutely no unadulterated trace.
Maintaining the immaculate stoic face.
The feds are incredibly, exceptionally mad,
because they lost the only leverage they had.
the secrets are deeply, heavily secure.
The intentions are fundamentally pure. Swallow the key, bury the lie, keeping the hidden secrets until I die. No interrogations, no federal deal. We operating heavily on the absolute reals.
Sealed tight.
Take it to the grave. That's the code. That's the code. Take it to the grave. That's the code. Go, 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 go. Take it to the grave. Everybody's a killer on the microphone, but the real ones, the ones who actually lived it, we move in absolute silence. You're just playing a role. I turn the radio on and I shake my damn head, listening to fakes claiming that they leaving bodies dead, glorifying trauma that they never even faced, turning our survival to a product to be chased. You grew up in the suburbs with a picket white fence, now you acting like a kingpin, it doesn't make sense. You rapping about trenches that you never stepped in, cosplaying the struggle and monetizing the sin. The real street soldiers are suffering from the stress, while you treating the culture like a fancy Halloween dress. You a paper gangster, reading lines from a script, never had a loaded weapon resting on your hip. We rap about the darkness so we can escape the pain. You rap about the darkness just to generate a name. It's an insult to the ones who are resting in the grave. You mimicking the master while claiming you the brave. Read the script, spot the fake, watching the industry crumble and break. Read the script, spot the fake, watching the industry crumble and break. Read the script, spot the fake, watching the industry crumble and break. Read the script, spot the fake, watching the industry crumble and break. When the cameras turn off, you retreat to your estate, while my people fighting daily just to get a plate. I'm a veteran of war, I got scars on the soul. You an industry plant playing in a sign role. The streets don't respect the fabricated facade. You playing with the fire, pretending you a god. I'm the authentic voice of the gravel and the grit.
refusing to dilute it or conform to the shit. I strip away the costume, expose the masquerade. Standing in the sunlight, pulling back the shade. The real recognize real, the fake get exposed. The book of your career is about to be closed. I walk through the industry with a stoic disregard, leaving heavy footprints in your artificial yard. You a tourist in a war zone, taking photographs. I'm the general in the trench, writing epitaph. Don't cosplay my trauma for your entertainment. This ain't a movie, this is our lives. Read the script, spot the fake, watching the industry crumble and break. Read the script, spot the fake, watching the industry crumble and break. Read the script, spot the fake, watching the industry crumble and break. Read the script, spot the fake, watching the industry crumble and break. The truth always rises to the top. Keep acting, we watch it. Spot the fake. Spot the fake.
Eyes open, head on a swivel. Word on the street is the Southside boys are pushing up on our borders tonight. Hold the line. 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 Yeah. Standing on the corner where the street signs been, figuring out who was an enemy or a friend. The block is an economy, the block is a state. Guarding the perimeter, securing the gate. Youngins on the bicycles acting like the scouts, looking for the undercover cars in the routes. We got a fragile peace treaty signed in the blood, but rumors are spreading like a catastrophic flood. I'm leaning on the brake, smoking on a cigar, watching every single unfamiliar looking car. The tension is thick, you could cut it with a knife. Everybody gambling the value of a life. The mother sitting on the porch looking at the sky, praying that the violence passes quietly by. I tap my waistline, making sure the tool is there, inhaling the toxicity of the urban air. 3 black SUVs rolling down the avenue, they crossing the line. Arm up, arm up. They cross the borderline, we go into war, shattering the peace right down to the core. Grab the artillery out of the hidden stash, ready to turn the vehicles into the ash. I'm barking out the orders, organizing the line, making sure the strategy is perfectly designed. They roll the windows down, pointing out the steel. I'm showing these cowards exactly how it feels. We dropping the barricades, blocking up the street, forcing the enemies into a quick retreat. I'm firing a weapon, holding it with 2 hands, defending the integrity of the holy lands. You wanna take the corner, you gotta go through me. I am the guardian of the community. We pushing them back, we breaking the attack, listening to the heavy ammunition crack. No giving up an inch, no giving up a yard. We hitting them heavy and we hitting them hard. The Southside boys are making a fatal mistake, watching the foundation of the empire break. Break, 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 break. This is our dirt. You bleed here, or you leave here. Hold your fire, they retreating. Yeah, run back to your side of the tracks. Check the perimeter, nobody sleeps tonight. The war just started. Drink up, brother. 10 years we've been running these streets together. We survived the worst. Nothing can break our circle. Please bend. Sitting at the table reminiscing on the past, thinking about the times we was moving incredibly fast. We were starving in the trenches, sharing slices of bread, dodging all the bullets that was flying over the head. You saved my life back in '94 in the dark, when the rival gang ambushed us down at the park. I bought your mother a house, put your sister in school. We broke all the regulations and the governmental rule. We built $1 million empire out of the dust, founded on the principles of the absolute trust. I look at you and I see a reflection of me, two kings surviving in the devastated sea. Pour a little liquor out for the ones that we lost, understanding all the heavy and the psychological cost. I lean over the table, give you a hug and a pet, thinking the universe for where we currently at.
Wait, what is this hard plastic taped to your chest?
You wearing a wire? Lock the door! Woo!
Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait.
I ripped the shirt open, exposing the microphone. The deepest level of betrayal that I ever known. You sitting with the feds, trading our freedom for yours, inviting the devil straight behind the sanctuary doors. You sweating and shaking, knocking the glass on the floor, initiating the violent and the intimate war. I pull out the weapon, pointing it right at your face, completely eradicating all the brotherhood grace. You telling me they forced you, crying tears of deceit, but you the one who sold your family out to the street. I gave you my heart, I treated you like real kin. Now you drowning heavily in the unforgivable sin. The audio recording capturing every word that I say, but I don't give a damn. The reaper is collecting the day. You crossed the final line, you broke the ultimate code, walking down the darkest and the most treacherous road. I stripped you of your rank, taking the chain off your neck, delivering the devastating and the violent check. There ain't no forgiveness, the penalty is extreme, waking you up from the federal illegitimate dream.
Illegitimate dream. Illegitimate dream. Please, man, I had no choice. They threatened my kids. You should have thought about them before you talk to the feds. Clean this mess up. Clean this mess up. Time is a thief, man. It takes everything, but it leaves the ghost behind.
Engine, engine. Engine, engine. Engine purring quiet, 2 a.m. on the dash. Memories hitting my brain like a camera flash. I made it out the trench, got a house on the hill, but the ghosts of the block are residing with me still. Looking in the rear view, I see my brother's face, caught up in the system, running in the devil's race. He took the left turn, I took the right path. Now I'm dealing with the guilt in the silent aftermath. Champagne in my glass, but it tastes like the rain. Every victory I celebrate is shadowed by the pain. We used to split a slice of pizza, starving in the cold. Now I'm watching how the hourglass turns us into old. I got survivor's guilt heavy, sitting on my chest. Why did I make it out? Why they laid to rest? I walk through the old block, ghosts on every corner. Feels like I'm the last man, the designated mourner.
Pour the glass.
Feel the weight, standing alone at the heaven's gate.
Pour the glass.
Feel the weight, standing alone the heaven's gate.
Pour the glass.
Feel the weight, standing at the heaven's gate.
Pour the glass.
Feel the weight, standing alone the heaven's.
I tell their stories so they never truly die. Paint their faces in the clouds in the summer sky. I'm the vessel holding all the untold dreams, stitching up the fabric of the torn apart scenes. I made a promise to the mothers crying in the pew that I would do the things that their sons couldn't do. So every single plaque, every dollar that I make is dedicated to the ones asleep that can't wake. Money changed the zip code, money changed the clothes, but it never changes how the bitter story goes. Every time I make a move, I
Do it for the crew, living out the vision that they never got the view. I wear the custom suit, but I'm scarred underneath, still sleeping with the memories underneath the sheet. It's a heavy burden, but my shoulders built strong. I weave the tragic melodies inside of my song. They say time heals all wounds, nah. Time just teaches you how to walk. With a limp, I still feel every loss. Pour the glass, feel the weight, standing alone at the heaven's gate. Pour the glass, feel the weight, standing alone at heaven's gate. Pour the glass, feel the weight. Pour the glass, feel the weight, standing alone at heaven's gate. Yeah. Rest in peace to the soldiers. I'm carrying the names until we meet again. But it leaves the ghosts behind. Everything went exactly to plan until the clock struck 3. Listen closely. It was 3 a.m., rain hitting the windshield. Got the ski mask and the weapon concealed. Sitting in the cutlass with my brother named G, planning out the biggest heist in the city's history. The blueprint memorized, the cameras analyzed. The security guard is easily compromised. We staring at the vault across the empty street. Heart pounding, heavy in the rhythm of the beat. I took a deep breath, checked the chamber of the tool. Told G to stay sharp and remember the rule. Nobody gets hurt, we just taking the cash. In and out in 3 minutes, making the dash. We stepped out the car, shadows on the pavement, walking toward the target, the ultimate enslavement. I picked the bag lock, pushed the heavy iron door, stepped onto the shiny marble of the bank floor.
Oh snap! The silent alarm got tripped! We gotta move now!
Kicking down the door, adrenaline is rushing. The silence of the night is violently crushing. I'm grabbing the duffel bags, filling them with the stacks. Hearing the sound of the police on our tracks. Red and blue lights flashing through the broken window pane. Running through the alleyway, slipping in the rain. Dogs barking loud, the helicopters in the sky. I'm jumping over fences, looking death in the eye. G took a left, I took a sharp right. Swallowed by the shadows of the unforgiving night. I dive in a dumpster, holding my breath tight. Praying to the Lord, I survive through the night. I hear the heavy boots running past a brick wall. One single mistake and I'm taking the fall. The walkie-talkies buzzing right next to my ear. Swallowing the panic, suffocating the fear. I got $500,000 sitting on my lap, trapped like a rat inside a metropolitan trap. I wait for 30 minutes till the sirens fade away. Living to survive for just another damn day. I crawl up the track, soaking wet and freezing cold. This is how the story of a hustler unfolds. No glory in the game, just the trauma and the stress. Playing Russian roulette in a game of concrete chess. I got the money, but I never saw G again.
Yeah. Let me get a coffee black, no sugar. Just gonna stand here and watch the world spin for a minute. Yeah. Leaning on the plexiglass, standing by the door, watching the drama unfold at the local store. The homeless man outside begging for a dime, while the neighborhood hustlers plotting the crime. A mother at the counter counting up the heavy change, trying to figure out how to mathematically arrange a meal for a beautiful and innocent kids, while the politicians making their deceptive bids. The neon sign is buzzing up above the wet glass, watching another tragedy inevitably pass. I see the undercover cops sitting in the unmarked car, watching the local dealers operating from afar. The neighborhood is functioning just like a machine, a devastating calculated poverty routine. I take a sip of the coffee, bitter and black, carrying the weight of the city up on the back. Watch the block, read the street, surviving the heavy concrete defeat. Open the eyes, analyze the scheme, waking the brothers from the fabricated dream. Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. Wake up. The gentrification is slowly creeping in the zone, erasing the history and everything we own. They're raising the rent until the families gotta move, erasing the historical and generational groove. The corner store is the only sanctuary left in the community suffering from systemic theft. I see a young kid walking in with a heavy frown, wearing the colors of the most dangerous side of town. He buys a pack of gum, holding on to a loaded tool, skipping the education, dropping out of the school. I pull him to the side, look him strictly in the eye, tell him that the lifestyle is a fabricated lie. You're fighting over asphalt you will never ever own, trading your potential for a temporary throne. The system wants you dead or sitting in a tiny cage. You gotta channel the intelligence and curb the rage. Watch the block, read the street, surviving the heavy concrete defeat. Open the eyes, analyze the scheme, waking the brothers from the fabricated dream. Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. Wake up. I buy the kid a sandwich, hand him a paperback book, telling him to thoroughly and carefully take a look. The knowledge is the weapon that they absolutely fear. It makes the invisible boundaries disappear. You wanna be a rebel? Go and get a real degree. Learn how to build a business, secure the property. We gotta pool the resources, elevate the total net. We owe the ancestors a monumental debt. He looks at the book, puts the weapon in his bag, lowering the colors of the territorial flag. It's just a small step, but the journey has begun. Walking out the store into the rising of the sun. I finish up the coffee, throw the cup in the trash, knowing that the intellect is heavier than cash. The corner store prophet, delivering the holy word, making sure the message of the universe is heard. The whole world is right here on this corner. You just gotta know how to look at it. Take care of yourself, kid. Cut the ties, recognize. Looking through the devil's eyes. Cut the ties, recognize. Looking through the devil's eyes. Recognize. Ice. Let's get it. Echoes in the warehouse, standing all alone. Built this whole operation strictly on my own. Cold breeze blowing through the shattered window pane. Nothing but the music of the freezing when the rain. People want a piece of you when you at the top. When you're hitting rock bottom, watch how quick they drop. Keep the circle like a dot, zero in the radius. Dealing with the fakes makes a real man nauseous. Grew up in the basement, planning out the heist. Had to sacrifice the youth, had to pay the price. No emotions on the surface, locked inside the vault. If somebody cross me, it's their own damn fault. When the conversation starts, I keep it to a minimum, moving like a phantom through the street continuum. Stay sharp. Recognize, looking through the devil's eyes. Looking through the devil's eyes. Heart numb, stay cold. Heart numb, vision so clear, don't show a drop of fear. Look. Heart numb, stay cold. Heart numb, watch the empire build. Watch Watch the story unfold.
Yeah. Checking on the stash box, hidden in the flow. Always keeping exit plan right behind the door. Paranoia creeping up, sitting on my shoulder. Every year I survive, my heart gets a little colder. I was betrayed by the ones who broke the daily bread. Now I keep the conversation strictly in my head. One hand on the burner when I'm sleeping in the bed. Living by the letters of the words I never said. If the empire crumbles, I don't look for blame. I just strike a match and rebuild it from the flame. They want the spotlight, I want the shadows back. Want the anonymity, you're moving off the track. When the dawn breaks through and the shadows retreat, I'm the undisputed phantom of this bloody street.
Trust is a luxury I can't afford. Every friend is a potential enemy. Keep the distance, keep the power. Yeah, that's the rule. Stay sharp.
Oh, recognize, looking through the devil's eyes. Looking through the devil's eyes.
Hard numb, stay cold, hard numb.
Vision so clear, don't show a drop of fear.
Hard numb, stay cold, hard numb.
Watch the empire build. Watch the story unfold.
Yeah,
I seen the daggers in the dark, I seen the poison wine. I just read the blueprints and I hold the line. No apologies given, no mercy on display. Just a solitary man walking down his own way.
Hard numb, stay cold, hard numb.
Vision so clear.
Hard numb, stay cold, hard numb.
Watch the empire build. Watch the story unfold.
Yeah,
Cut the ties, cut the ties, cut the ties, cut the ties.
yeah.
Cut the ties, cut the ties. Cut the ties. Give them the satisfaction. Outsmart the courtroom. The beat ride. Give them the satisfaction. Outsmart the courtroom. The beat ride.
Yeah. I'm looking at the judge sitting high on the bench, trying to send my brother back into the muddy trench. The system is corrupt, the scales are completely tipped. The Constitution is a beautifully written, tragic script. They throw the heavy book at a brother for a dime, while the politicians commit the ultimate crime. The street is a battlefield, the courtroom is a war. They lock us in the cage and they heavily bolt the door. I'm studying the law, memorizing the rights, preparing for the legal and the intellectual fights. You can't beat the system with a heavy loaded gun. You gotta outsmart them if you really wanna win. I'm dodging the chalk outline on the concrete floor, refusing to become another casualty of the war. The gavel hits the wood with a devastating sound, but I am standing firmly on the solid holy ground.
We dodge the chalk, walk the walk, letting the action incredibly talk. Dodge the chalk, walk the walk, letting the action incredibly talk. Letting the action incredibly talk.
They want a reaction, they want you to explode, so they can justify the heavily punitive code. But I'm maintaining the stoic in the icy cold stare, showing them that I am entirely aware of the traps they lay down, the decoys and the bait. I'm the master of my own magnificent heavy fate. We gotta stop feeding the penitentiary machine by keeping our activities impeccably clean. I'm mentoring the kids, keeping them off the block, showing them how to properly pick a mental lock, opening the intellectual and the powerful door before they end up bleeding heavily on the floor. The true revolution is staying out of the cell and building up a heaven in the middle of hell. I'm fighting with the intellect, boxing with the brain, washing all the ignorance away in the rain.
Oh yeah. The beat ride.
step out the courthouse, a free and living man, executing perfectly the intricately master plan. I didn't take a plea, I didn't fold under pressure. I proved my absolute and undeniable measure. The prosecutor angry, the detective is mad because they couldn't take the only freedom that I had. I'm a testament to the power of a focused mind, leaving the oppressive and the heavy system behind. I'm marching down the steps, breathing the fresh air, a monumental victory, exceptionally rare. I walk the walk, I don't just heavily talk the talk. A king maneuvering effortlessly around the chalk. No, give him the satisfaction. I outsmart the courtroom. Let the beat ride. Don't give him the. Let the beat ride. Let the beat ride. There comes a time when you have to put the sword down. Surviving the war was step one. Now, it's time to actually live. The bag. I packed the duffel bag, tossed it in the trunk, leaving behind the alleys and the city junk. I looked deaf in the eye too many times to count, watching the paranoia and the anxiety mount. I seen the bravest soldiers put inside the dirt. I'm walking away before I get a permanent shirt. No grand announcements, no shaking of the hands, just the quiet disappearance to the distant lands. I leave the crown on the table, let them fight for the throne. I'm stepping out the matrix, entering the unknown. They say once you win, you can never get out, but I'm the living proof, shattering the doubt. I put the car in drive, rolling down the glass, watching all the landmarks of my history pass. It's a bittersweet feeling, but my spirit is light, escaping from the darkness straight into the bright. Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. The bag, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. The highway stretching out, nothing but the open road, lifting off the heavy psychological load. My phone is turned off, disconnected from the grid, leaving behind the man and rescuing the kid. I traded the hollow points for the peace of mind. The violence and the chaos is 50 miles behind. I'm headed for the coast where the ocean is blue, to figure out a life that is beautiful and new. It takes a bigger man to walk away from the fight, to surrender the ego and step into the light. I survived the golden era, navigated the trap. Now I'm completely wiping off the geographical map. Let the young bloods battle for a corner of hell. I'm breaking out the psychological invisible cell. The sunrise hitting on the dashboard of the ride. A solitary man with a quiet sense of pride. The hardest thing for a soldier to do is learn how to be a civilian. I'm finally breathing. The bag. Turn the key. Walking towards a brand new destiny. Pack the bags. Turn the key. Walking towards a brand new destiny. Pack the bags. Turn the key. Walking towards a brand new destiny. Next chapter. I'm out. Next chapter. I'm out. Let it pour. Watch the chrome. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Let it pour. Watch the chrome. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Make it home. Breathe, yeah, calm down. Let it pour. Yeah.
Sitting in the driver's seat, watching the wiper blaze, thinking about the choices and the sacrifices made. The city looks peaceful when it's soaked in the rain, washes all the blood and it numbs all the pain. Neon signs reflecting in the puddles on the street. I'm finding my sanctuary right inside the beat. Ain't nowhere to be, ain't nobody to see. Just a moment of silence for a sinner like me. The hustle never stops, but tonight I take a pause. Tired of the violence and the breaking of the laws. Let the water cleanse the dirt off the chrome. Long way to go, but I'm finally heading home. I don't hold grudges, I let the anger release. The ultimate luxury is in the peace. Keep the window cracked, smell the ozone in the air. Whisper in the quiet and the solitary prayer. Let it fall, oh, wash the chrome. Let it pour, let it pour. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Let it fall, let it pour, let it pour. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Yeah. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Looking for a piece, looking for the bomb. Ride. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Let the heavy storm be a healing song. My soul is exhausted from the constant paranoia. Trusting nobody, not the judge or the lawyer. Everybody wearing masks, playing different roles, selling out their brothers just to reach their goals. But tonight the rain makes everybody equal. No heroes, no villains, ain't no sequel. Just humans trying not to drown in the flood, trying to keep the water from mixing with the blood. I turn the radio dial, find a classic groove. Let the bass line tell me how I need to move. Sometimes the greatest strength is sitting still, looking out the window, looking at the hill. When the city goes to sleep and the sirens wail, I'm the one who writes the ending to the untold tale. No medals for the change, no parades in the town. Just a man pulling himself up from the ground. Listen to the drops. It's the city crying for everything we lost. Wash it clean, wash it clean, wash it clean. Start over tomorrow. Let it fall, oh, wash the chrome. Let it pour, let it pour. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Let it pour, let it pour, let it pour. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Yeah. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Looking for a piece, looking for the ball. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Let the heavy storm be a healing song. I seen the era change, I seen the culture shift, but the boom bap beat is my ultimate gift. No living in the past, but I honor the roots. Still walking the path in my Timberland boots. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Looking for a piece, looking. Keep it calm, ride, keep it calm, ride. Let the heavy storm, yeah, be a healing song. Yeah. Let it pour, let it pour, let it pour, let it pour, let it pour. Waiting for the final chord. Looking at the city like a chessboard game. Pawns move first, chasing after the fame. I'm the king in the back, observing the play. Let the loud ones talk, let them have their day. Hustling on the stoop with a heavy mind, leaving all the childish endeavors behind. Dice hit the pavement, snake eyes stare. Life ain't a movie and life ain't fair. I'm dodging the informants and the undercover snakes, calculating risk, evaluating the stakes. Fools rush in where the angels fear to tread. That's exactly why half of these so-called gangsters dead. I build a fortress of solitude in my own mind, leaving all the petty drama 1,000 miles behind. No flashy cars, no diamonds on the neck, just a solid reputation and absolute respect. Go Pull the pawn, put the pawn. Watch the board, waiting for the final chord. Pull the pawn, put the pawn. Waiting for the final chord. Pull the pawn, put the pawn. Watch the board, waiting for the final chord. Pull the pawn, put the pawn. Waiting for the final chord. Riding through the avenues, windows rolled up, sipping on the truth from a styrofoam cup. Fake friends smile with the daggers in hand. I can read the plot, I can see the plan. I was in the storm without an umbrella. Now I'm the author, the master storyteller. Right hand drafting up the master script. Left hand making sure the balance don't slip. If they try to trap me, I find a way out. Turn a dead end to a brand new route. They want the fast money, I want the real power. Standing like a gargoyle on the clock tower. If somebody cross the line, I don't raise my voice. I just make a solid move, leave them with no choice. The art of war is winning without fighting the battle. I'm the shepherd watching over the lost cattle. Pull the pawn, put the pawn. Watch the ball, waiting for the final chord. Pull the pawn, put the pawn. Waiting for the final chord. Pull the pawn, put the pawn. Watch the ball, waiting for the final chord. Pull the pawn, put the pawn. Waiting for the final chord. Checkmate. It was over before it started. It ain't a coincidence that the liquor stores outnumber the grocery stores. It's a design. Welcome to the maze. Break the walls. See the trap. Break the walls. See the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Break the wall, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Yeah. Beat the odds. Look at the architecture of the neighborhood design. Everything is calculated, heavily aligned. Liquor on every corner, pawn shops in between. Feeding the addiction of the metropolitan machine. The schools are underfunded, the textbooks falling apart. Crushing the ambition right directly from the start. They push us in the corner, throw a weapon in the cage. Watch us annihilate each other in the blind rage. Then they turn the cameras on and call us animals and thugs. Blaming the community for the violence and the drugs. It's a multi-billion-dollar penitentiary complex. Treating human beings like they just another flex. I see the invisible bars, I see the grand scheme. Waking up the brothers from the fabricated dream. We fighting the war against an enemy unseen. Operating quietly behind the digital screen. Break the wall, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Break the wall, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Yeah. Beat the odds. They gentrify the block, push the original people out. Replacing the culture with the avocado sprout. Raising up the rent until the families gotta move. Erasing the historical and the generational groove. It's an economic cleansing, subtle and polite. Happening right in front of the blinded city light. But I refuse to be a victim, refuse to be erased. I'm standing my ground in this geographical space. I'm organizing dollars, buying back the property. Breaking the invisible chains of the modern slavery. We gotta pull the resources, build our own economy. Reclaiming the heavily disputed autonomy. If they don't give us a seat at the table, we build our own. Carving a new empire straight out of the stone. The odds are stacked heavy, the mountain is steep. But the resilience of my people is incredibly deep. You can't beat the maze. You can't beat. You can't beat the maze. You can't beat the maze. Break the walls. Break the walls. Break the walls. See the trap. Break the walls. Break the walls. Break the daughters on the sociological map. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Yeah. Beat the odds. 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 See the trap for what it is and walk right out of it.
You think that metal makes you a king? It makes you a target. True power is intellectual.
Drop the steel, grab the book, changing up the way the future generation look. Drop the steel, grab the book, changing up the way the future generation look.
Mine is the weapon.
Keep the caliber high.
Mine is the weapon.
Keep the caliber high.
Yeah. Elevate the mind.
Look at the youngin' on the corner acting incredibly tough, holding on the weapon cause he thinks he ain't enough, screaming about the territory that he doesn't even own, living in the temporary and the fabricated zone. You ready to catch a body over colors on a rag, while the politicians sitting back and counting up the bag. They build the penitentiaries exactly for your type, selling you the illusion, feeding you the deadly hype. You ain't a rebel, brother, you a puppet on a string, dancing to the violent song the devil loved to sing. I pull him to the side, snatch the weapon from his hand, telling him he needs to thoroughly observe and understand. If you wanna terrify the system, educate your brain, learn the legal loopholes, learn to navigate the reign. A black man with a book is a formidable threat, much heavier than any physical weapon they ever met. Drop the steel, grab the book, changing up the way the future generation look. Drop the steel, grab the book, changing up the way the future generation look.
Mine is the weapon.
Keep the caliber high.
Mine is the weapon.
Keep the caliber high.
Yeah. Elevate the mind.
We fighting over crumbs falling off the master's plate, ignorant to all the manipulation and the hate. I traded the ammunition for the vocabulary words, soaring high above the flock of the manipulated birds. I'm studying the real estate, the credit and the tax, putting the foundational armor right upon my brother's backs. You flexing with the rented cars, I'm buying up the block, turning the community into a solid heavy rock. The revolution ain't televised, it happens in the mind when you leave the destructive and the violent ways behind. I'm dropping heavy jewels on the pavement of the street, hoping that the intellectual victory is complete. Don't be a statistic, don't be a number in the cell. Break the psychological and the systematic spell. True gangsters build hospitals, true gangsters build schools. We no longer playing by the oppressor's dirty rules.
A loaded mind protects you for a lifetime.
Drop the steel, grab the book, changing up the way the future generation look. Drop the steel, grab the book, changing up the way the future generation look.
Mine is the weapon.
Keep the caliber high.
Mine is the weapon.
Keep the caliber high.
Yeah. Elevate the mind.
Yeah. Elevate the mind.